Okay, now you can start.
Okay. Good morning. This is the Neighborhood Development Committee meeting of the St. Louis Board of Aldermen. It's Tuesday, January 24th, 10 a.m. Madam Clerk Higgs, please call the roll.
Alderman Bosley,
I'm here.
Alderman Gunther,
Here.
Alderman Todd,
Here.
Alderwoman Clark Hubbard,
Here.
Alderwoman Evans,
Present.
Alderman Page,
Present.
Alderman Grass, Chair Howard,
Present.
Alderman Grass. We have 7 present. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. At this time, we will approve the minutes, take a few minutes to review the minutes from our December 8th, 2022 meeting. And then I will entertain a motion for approval.
A motion that we approve the minutes from
December 8th.
December 8th.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Bosley.
Aye.
Alderman Gunther,
Aye.
Alderman Todd,
Aye.
Alderwoman Clark Hubbard,
Aye.
Alderwoman Evans,
Aye.
Alderman Page,
Aye.
Alderman Grass, Chair Howard,
Aye.
Alderman Grass. We have 7 aye votes.
Okay, at this time, we have 2 board bills this morning for review. Item number 1 is Board Bill 138, introduced by Alderman Brandon Bosley. It's an ordinance approving a redevelopment plan dated September 27, 2022 for 1423 and 1435 Malincrot. Alderman Bosley, please put your bill before us, okay?
Thank you. Actually, we put Board Bill 138 in front of the committee.
Okay.
All right.
Do we need to vote on that? No.
I don't think so. I think you already put it before us. I'm just
Yeah.
following behind you.
Okay.
So Board Bill 138 is, I believe, extremely important for the entire city. Of course, everybody's excited about the NGA, the different things that come with the NGA, all the great projects that could potentially follow the NGA. We have a very important facility there, it being one of the only 2 in the entire United States, the Geospatial Intelligence Agency. And, with that, of course, they are at some point in time and will be in the very, very near future looking for people who can help continue the legacy of that building, folks that work for that building, trained to ensure that they can continue to carry out their mission. To do that, you have to have people that are trained to do those particular things. And right now, we don't have any facilities in our areas in the United States in general that actually focus on the youth and actually has the ability to certify some of these youth in their youthism, being actually youth. So, with that being said, this is an opportunity for our city to actually have a geospatial training center that will be the only training center in the United States that can certify youth and geospatial in the geospatial sector. And we already have support from the state, a large amount of support from the state. Need a little bit more support from the city, and this right here is one of those things that we all generally go after when there are large developments in our areas, which are tax abatements. One of the things that makes this one of the more impactful tax abatements is this is directly related to education. This is directly related to serving our youth. So generally, tax abatements are sometimes in some capacity taking away dollars from the school systems. This doesn't take away from the school system by contrast of what it's putting back into the actual youth and how it is that they will be able to benefit from this particular tax abatement for this development in general. So I have Mr. Zakita Armstrong, who has worked very, very hard to ensure that this is something that is possible for our community. She's championed this project from beginning, and now it's in its later stages. And thus far, she is coming to the Board of Aldermen and asking for our strong support and the support of realizing this facility that already, once again, it has 90% of what it needs. That other large 10%, or this, every single percentage matters. This is where we are able to come in and say, hey, everybody's done their job. The wheel is also moving. This is the last moving part to it, opposed to it being one of the state-of-the-art facilities and having the project actually sewn up the way that it needs to be, in terms of what it needs to work at capacity. And I'd like Ms. Akita Armstrong to have some time to speak about the project and what already has been done. And I think you all be pretty wild about it.
Alderman Bosley, are you introducing Ms. Armstrong?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
I
She
don't,
said I just got a message. She said she can't get in.
oh. Okay,
Do you see her on STL TV? Her name is Akita Armstrong. It also says, let me see, she's not in yet as a panelist. She says she can see everyone.
There's someone on here with just a phone and the telephone numbers showing up. I'm not sure if that's her.
Do you see Gateway Global Nyambi? Anybody see that?
no.
No.
Okay, is the last four of the number that you see, is it 0645?
No.
Okay,
Is
while
there-
we're working on that, Alderman Bosley, respectfully, can we go on and call up the other testimony and then we'll come back to her?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, first we'll have Zach Wilson to explain.
Chairwoman. Thank you,
About-
Chairwoman.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Will you be swearing him in or should he?
Yeah, let's swear in all the speakers for this. That would be Zach Wilson, Jake Narup, and Andrew Knopf. Is that correct? Okay.
Correct. Not, yes.
No, and then Zakira, is it? I don't know if she can hear us, but we'll wait. We'll get her when we get her live, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you affirm that the testimony, did you raise your right hand? Do you affirm that the testimony you are about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
I do.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Zach Wilson with SLDC. SLDC is very excited about this project. It is a former school building, which schools don't contribute to anything to the tax rolls. So this would be coming on the tax rolls just by the change of use. So that's a huge win for the city, just on that type of, you're looking at that. Plus, we're bringing 20 jobs that pay an average of $58,000 to this area, which is a major win. Plus, there's job training for school-age kids and high school and early 20s, school-age kids, I would say. So we're all in the trades that are highly needed at the NGA, and agencies that are supporting the NGA also. So this is a win-win for the city. We looked at 10 years at 90, followed by 5 years at 50. That's at the highest we've given lately. So this is a project the city fully supports, SLDC fully supports, and we're very excited to work with Zakita to move this project further along. And it scores 5 out of 5 on the model. Jake's here to talk to that if you would like him to talk, but that's what we're looking at. Thank you.
Mr. Narup?
Sure, so I can give you guys a quick rundown of our model scoring in this project. So as Zach mentioned, the scores are 5 out of 5. This is actually the former Holy Trinity Academy. This is right at the corner of Malincrot and Blair. It is currently tax exempt, so it generates no property taxes at all. But during the abatement period, we're projecting annual taxes somewhere from about $3,000 to $5,000 for those first 10 years, and then increasing to about $20,000 a year as that abatement starts to roll back in the last 5 years. The real estate program includes 16,000 square feet of office space and about 12,000 square feet of additional classroom and lab space. As Zach mentioned, there's 20 jobs associated with the project at an average annual wage of about $58,000. And we're projecting fiscal benefits to the city about $434,000 over the first 10 years, increasing to $869,000, and benefits to the schools $18,000 over the first 10 years, and then $139,000 over 20 as that abatement starts to roll off. In addition to kind of all the additional educational benefits that have been outlined previously. If you have any other questions, I would be happy to answer them.
We'll take questions when we get through the speakers. Andrew Knopf or Knopf?
Oh, he's just if you need him, he'll speak, but that's just our list of speakers for this today.
Okay. Yeah, everything's been said.
Right.
Okay. Now, is Zakia on?
So she is, oh, you can hear me. Okay. So I'm texting her now. She says she's on. She sent me a screenshot and she is on the Zoom. She says she.
Is she the initials GGAYBA? Maybe that's.
STL TV, can you get her on so she can speak?
Okay, only one I see is that phone number, and she can actually for the last 4 digits, 3732. That's who's in. There's only 3 people in there.
Is there? But there's initials GGAYBA. Could that be
Yes.
her?
Is that? Yeah, I do see that.
Could you try to see if that's her?
Sure. I will promote that to panelists.
That person
It's-
live.
They should be able to speak now.
That is, she said that stands for Gateway Global.
Hi, that GGAYBA was me.
Miss
Oh,
Armstrong.
hi, there you are. Okay.
Okay, there we
Could
go.
you please let us swear you in? Please say your name.
My name is Zakita Armstrong Asukwa.
Okay.
Do you-
And now our clerk will swear you in, okay?
Okay,
Do you affirm that the testimony you are about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
yes,
Thank you.
Okay. Miss, I'm sorry.
Armstrong is fine. Armstrong is
Armstrong?
fine.
Okay. Please give your testimony and why you're in favor of Board Bill 138.
Okay, so thanks everybody for giving me this time this morning to talk about the project. So the official name of the project is the Geospatial and IT Workforce and Apprenticeship Campus. I'm the chair and CEO of Gateway Global. We're a tech-based training organization that focuses on workforce development for youth and young adults across the St. Louis region. We are renovating the former Most Holy Trinity schools to turn them into a geospatial and IT training facility. So the first building, the larger building at 1435 is going to be the training facility, and then later across the street, the apprenticeship center. And as Alderman Bosley mentioned, our organization is the only organization in the United States that is accredited in geospatial intelligence at the high school level. The only other institutions that have the accreditation are at collegiate level, which are SLU and Mizzou in the state of Missouri. We offer industry recognized credentials in the geospatial space. We have partnership directly with NGA. We actually travel around to different school districts across the city, promoting the training that we do and career pathways related to not only NGA, but also in the industries that serve the agency. So we do a lot of work with them. And we are just really focused and committed to making sure that our young people are fully participating in everything that's happening in the burgeoning geospatial sector. I actually am also one of the original council members of the GeoFutures plan that wrote the strategic plan for the region. So we've been working for a very long time to make sure that, we're doing everything, we at Gateway Global are doing everything that we promised that we would do so that we could just help to transform lives. So this is really important work. I appreciate the time. I appreciate Alderman Bosley and everyone from SLDC who's been supporting it, and just, know that we are doing everything that we said that we would do for our young people. So.
Thank you very much.
Mhm.
At this time, we will open it up for questions from the members of the committee. We'll start with Brandon. Do you have any questions of anyone on the committee? I know you're sponsoring this, but
I don't. I appreciate everyone. I would just say this is one of those projects that we talk about transforming the city. 5 years from now, when we do this right, we'll have hundreds, if not, over 1,000 kids that can be certified, in the geospatial sector. And that is monumental in terms of realistic training for the future and what it is that our city will hold in terms of workforce development and type of workforce people will have.
okay, thank you. Alderman Gunther?
Thank you, Chairwoman. I just want to say this is a great project here. I did have one question, I guess for Zach or someone from SLDC. Under the project financing, the Gateway Global monetized SID, what is the Gateway Global? And is that something that, I guess, is this NGA footprint under a certain community improvement district? Is that where that money is at? Or what is Gateway Global?
Well, Gateway Global is the company in which is running the actual facility. That is what Miss Akita was speaking to. She's the CEO and owner of, the CEO of Gateway Global, and the actual organization that'll be running the school as well. Miss Akita, you want to give him a little bit more information on Gateway Global?
Oh, Zakiya, you're muted.
You're muted, Miss Armstrong.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh, got it.
Okay, so yeah, Gateway Global is in no way affiliated with NGA. I think that was your question, Mr. Gunther. Gateway Global is a nonprofit organization that actually runs the training program. I mentioned NGA just because we have a partnership with them, because obviously it's important to have those relationships, because all of this work is surrounding the fact that they have the facility being built in North St. Louis and the opportunity for youth and young adults. So.
Gotcha. So Gateway Global has set up a community improvement district, which will be, there's $3 million of what says monetize CID TDD values.
No, actually, I think we treated the $3 million from Gateway Global just as an equity contribution. I think the font's really small in that sources stack. The monetized SID is actually the next line down, and it's blank. It's just kind of hard to read.
Gotcha. Okay. Wonderful. Yep. That was my question there. So yeah, so great project. Look forward to it. I think this is something great to get, our young individuals trained in the future of what would be IT in St. Louis. So thank you, and you got my support.
Thank you.
No further questions.
We're gonna need you Thursday too, Alderman Gunther.
Okay. Alderman Todd.
I don't have any questions. Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right. Alderwoman Clark Hubbard.
No questions, just
I have
congratulations.
you out of order seniority. I'm taking a guess at it. So please forgive me.
I don't have any questions, just congratulations on this amazing project.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alderwoman Evans.
No questions at this time, just a comment. I'm grateful for the excuse me, the advancement of getting students involved with training the students so that they can be hopefully considered for hiring from your organization.
Mhm.
And I look forward for the continued progress.
Thank you. May I also add that related to the hiring piece, we actually worked with the agency for the last couple of years on a high school level internship program, and Congress finally passed it. So now the young people who go through our program actually are getting priority into the high school internship within the agency itself.
Are you considering some of the, I guess you could say, high schools that are in the wards in the city? Or is it county and city, or?
Oh, the
Both?
priority actually is St. Louis City schools. We visit them. We visited actually probably all of the high schools in St. Louis City with the agency. And so, yeah, that's the priority. We have not, they're not opening up to the county until they get enough interns in the city. So it
One
will
more-
eventually open up.
Okay, one more question.
Mhm.
Are any students from the Sumner High School participating in that program?
Yeah, so we have not been to Sumner yet. We have, but I'd like to. We've been to all the other high schools in SLPS, but we did not go to Sumner. And that was scheduled by leadership at SLPS. So
What are some of the high schools that you visited?
we went to Vashon, VAP or Central, Collegiate. We had 3
Roosevelt.
schools actually come to over to the central location on Kings Highway. So we've done like big events where they brought several high schools over to Vashon, and then so 3 came to Vashon, and I apologize, I don't remember which 3, and then another 3 high schools came over to Central. So we had them big groups of students, I think about 100 and something each time that came for the presentations. And we actually have several SLPS students that are in our current cohort right now that just started yesterday.
Okay, and I know, I was just wondering why students from Sumner are not participating in this program.
I don't think there's any particular reason. Like I said, we're not done going to high schools and promoting the programming. It's just a matter of the scheduling with the administration with SLPS. Like we left it up to them because they had to schedule it themselves. And like I said, they brought 3 high schools to Vashon and then 3 to Central. And then we just worked within what the administration scheduled. So, but we can talk to them about it. We're not done. We're going to start back touring this spring anyway.
Okay, I'd appreciate that. And I would love to see Sumner participating in this program as well.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alderman Page, do you have any questions or comments? You're muted. You're muted, Alderman Page. There you go.
Yes. I don't have any questions, just a very brief comment. I'd just like to share that I rise in 100% support of Board Bill 138 and the geospatial opportunities that it's going to provide for the young people in our community. I think this is a great idea.
Thank you.
Okay. I have a few questions and some comments. I think it's a wonderful idea, but I'm just a little bit, now this may be a question for Mr. Wilson. You said that this was a school that did not, it was a religious school affiliated with a religious program, and they were not paying taxes. And I'm a little confused because Ms. Armstrong said she's a non-for-profit. Now, will we be getting taxes from this?
We will, yeah, since the church facility was a tax exempt property. And Zakita's nonprofit pays property taxes. So it's not a tax exempt property, but it's a nonprofit, so.
Okay, all right. And then Zakita, I have a question for you. You will be enrolling students, I guess, in junior and senior year of high school, possibly?
Mm-hmm.
Now, will
And
they,
then high school graduates as well.
okay, will they be responsible for paying any tuition?
No.
So it's tuition free, and the training is to prepare them to work at the geospatial federal installation there?
Yeah, so we have geospatial intelligence training, geographic information systems, human geography, and data analytics. So they can earn an initial training to get in at the technician level, not just with NGA, but with supporting industry around NGA as well. And then also with those other courses I just mentioned, they would qualify as a junior analyst. So they're completely work ready. We want to make sure there's no excuses for them not to be qualified for work.
My dog is barking, I'm sorry. I just also would like to know how many, and you said how many people you would employ, how many teachers, I guess, would you be employing, and what is, how do you recruit them?
So we actually we have 3 teachers now. We plan to increase that to about 10 is the number. And we recruit our teachers actually from university. They're required to have a master's or higher. Actually, our instructors now are PhD candidates in the geosciences. So they're required to have a master's or above. And then they also are required to have the professional level certification in geospatial intelligence before we even consider the resume. And we recruit from universities and also from industry.
Okay. And so now you're operating, and how many students are you serving at this point?
So this cohort that we have now is about 30 students. We run annually. We have 3 sessions per year. This is, there's one cohort right now that just started and it's 30 students in it.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so when
About
you,
20 to 30 each cohort.
okay, so when you move into this facility, will you be able to increase your capacity?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Everything is remote now. So
Oh.
yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I was going to ask you, where are you working from now? So remotely. Okay. Excuse my puppy. Okay.
That's okay.
All right. That's all I have. And at this time, Alderman Bosley, if you'd like to close.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. I just would like to say that this is an impactful project for the entire city, something that we all will be able to potentially send our children and grandchildren to be able to be successful within our city and the different jobs that could potentially be coming to the city because of the NGA. And we know that there could be many, many possibilities of the different sectors they can get into within the geospatial sector. So with that being said, this is an important step. There are more steps that we have to go to ensure this project is it goes off without a hitch. So I'll be needing some help on Thursday as well from folks that do see the benefit in this. This is once again what we talk about all the time, is trying to find a way to get our youth into something more positive and creating a future for those individuals in the city who'd like to actually see the city expand and do better and become another place with another name that has a different reputation. And this is one of those times where we actually have the ball in our court. Ms. Akita has run it thus far and is continuing to run it. Let's hop on board and continue to run it and become the force that we know our city can be. And with that, I renew my motion and I appreciate you all's favorable consideration to pass Board Bill 138 out with a due pass recommendation.
Okay, thank you so much, Alderman Bosley. At this time, I will entertain a motion to pass Board Bill 138. Out of,
I'll move that we pass Board Bill 138 out of committee with a due pass recommendation.
Second,
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Bosley,
Aye.
Alderman Gunther,
Aye.
Alderman Todd, Alderman Todd,
I had computer problems.
Alderwoman Clark Hubbard,
Aye.
Alderwoman Evans,
aye.
Alderman Page,
Aye.
Alderman Grass, Chair Howard,
Aye.
Alderman Grass. We have 7 aye votes.
Thank you all very much.
You have sustained your board bill is passed out with a due pass recommendation out of neighborhood development and onto the floor of the Board of Aldermen. Thank you very much, Alderman Bosley.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody, for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we will hear Board Bill item number 2, Board Bill 155, introduced by Alderwoman Shamim Clark Hubbard. Alderwoman Hubbard.
Yes,
have-
thank you, Madam Chairwoman. I would like to bring before us Board Bill 155, redevelopment plan for 5262 Maple Avenue. And on the call, we absolutely still, I hope they're still on here, SLDC, if anyone has any questions.
Mr. Wilson, would you like to present or give us a background on this bill?
Yes, Chairwoman. 5262 Maple Avenue is, I believe this is the 3rd project from Guy Slay on this block. It's a vacant property that's been vacant for a couple of years now at least. We're very excited about this. We're working on they have plans for future development in the Academy neighborhood here also. It's a one single family home, 5 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. They bought it for $17,000. They're investing a little over $490,000 into the project. They're hoping to sell it for $350,000. You do the math on that, you think that I'm talking crazy, but they make most of their money back on historic tax credits. They apply it to the state and federal system. So that's where they get most of their money back on the project. We're following the map you guys adopted in 2018. This project gets 10 years at 75%. And I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Okay. At this time, we will entertain questions from the committee. Let's see here. Alderman Bosley, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions. Thank you all for your work on this project.
Okay. Alderman Gunther, do you have any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Alderman Todd?
I don't have any questions. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Alderman Evans, Alderwoman Evans?
No questions at this time, Madam Chair.
Alderman Page?
No questions, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay. I think this is a wonderful project. I'm just interested. It's going to be a family's going to get a really nice house, I suppose. Anyway, I have no more questions. And at this time, I will entertain a motion to pass Board Bill 155 out of committee with a due pass recommendation.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, do I hear a motion for previous roll? Okay. Hearing no objection to previous roll, Board Bill 155 is passed out of committee onto the floor with the due pass recommendation.
Thank you.
Okay. At this time, there are no resolutions. Are there any discussions for the better of the committee?
I have none.
Okay. Announcements? We have none.
None.
And we have one excused member.
Mr. Gross.
Okay, we excuse Mr. DeGrasse, and I will hear a motion for adjournment.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Be safe out there.
Okay, all right. Bundle up for the snow. Bye now.
Good.